There's a herring, blue herring, part of the same family with the egrets. They're one of the hallmark critters for our area, and really a good portion of the East Coast. Because when you get down to Florida, they're down there too, but there's some other, there's cranes, when you get further south, they have a more variety of cranes, and of course flamingos and all that kind of thing. They're all these types of wading birds. They have the long necks and the long legs so that they can wade in the water and catch little critters and fish that are swimming around underneath of them. And they dig around in the mud and they catch little crustaceans. They seem to be pretty successful in that family of birds. And they all have a little bit different styles. It's interesting. They look very much the same, but like the flamingos have their bills are shaped in a certain way so they can kind of dig around in the mud. And so they have different techniques, but also the way they hold their head is a little bit different. But for the most part, they have generally the same way of going about catching their food. They're usually kind of solitary, but the herrings seem to be way more solitary than many of the others. The ibis are sort of in that same group, and a lot of times you see the ibis in big flocks. The flamingos, they stay in big flocks, and the sandhill crane, which you don't see here very often, they're very kind of what you would say tame. They just don't seem to have a problem with people at all, and they seem to have groups. They seem to stay in closer groups. But the blue herring, it's usually a loner for the most part. It doesn't stay real close to others. And it's always fun to speculate on why things are like they are, and you can a lot of times figure out a good hypothesis. It's always good practice to exercise your mind, think about why are things the way they are, because that thought process will help develop skills that will help you solve other problems. So, I love you.